to see much more opportunities in the future. Thank you, XLR.
When I came into XLR, the learning experience was very good. Today there was the interview session from Boozy Brain.
They offered me a brushing up all the requirements needed to attend the interview, which is again a wonderful thing from XLR team. So I had a good experience in attending the interview session for Dotline company. Thank you.
My name is Rahul Ulkar. I've been working as a senior architect in UV systems. So today we are here at XLR Systems for the placement drive, and I really appreciate the placement services that the team that I actually met. We really got a good service and hospital service. Actually, the way they actually welcome is really fantastic, and I love. This is actually one of the best experience that I have ever. And and about the student quality, today we had interviews with almost like 25 to 30 students, but the candidates are really good. I mean, with respect to knowledge, with respect to communication, I mean, they are much more familiar about the technologies. Most of the interviews we had in Java, and the students are really fantastic. Thank you.
I'm Hariprasad Bugate. So today we have come here on the behalf of Urix Systems, and so we are conducting a drive at XLR. The students here, they are also, we found them very confident. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mayuri Pimple. I have completed my full stack development course from the XLR EdTech Private Limited. The XLR is doing the fantastic job. The XLR placement team is doing the excellent work, and they are also providing the SDP session that boost our confidence at the next level. I would like to thank the whole training and placement team of the XLR for arranging the drive at the XLR Pune office. Thank you. The training provided by the XLR was very fantastic. The placement was provided are also good. There are the various SDP sessions was conducted at XLR office, so that student can enhance their skill and knowledge and crack the interview and boost our knowledge to the next level.
The training provided by XLR is flawless. They provide good placement support. They doing SDP sessions regularly to boost our confidence to the next level. I would like to thank whole XLR team to arrange the campus drive at Pune office.
Hi, myself Sudhakar. I came from People Link Unified Communications, and there I am working as a head for the marketing department. Today we visited this XLR for campus placement drive. So we are happy that we came here to XLR, and whoever we interviewed today, we are very much happy because they have very good knowledge. Not only theory, and we can see they have like a good practical knowledge also. They are providing very good strong foundation for the candidates. So We are planning to hire more people from XLR.
Hi, myself Mohammad Khalib, and I'm from PeopleLink. Like I'm a digital marketer of the PeopleLink. We came for the XLR to take an interviews of the SEO and other like digital marketing interviews process. So about the XLR candidates, the profiles, like we got shortlisted. Like if they have a good knowledge on the digital marketing. So apart from digital marketing, they have on marketing other activities like customer support wise or any other like. So here we got a good candidates. So more on more SEO part or the social media marketing or the PPC. So like the interview process like was good, and we actually got a good candidates here. So we have taken like more and more candidates from the XLR.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mohammad Siddiq, and I've done my digital marketing course from XLR Solutions, the best learning platform for digital marketing. It's XLR Solutions. What specialized solutions what I have studied in XLR is SMM, social media optimization, social media marketing, SEO, search engine optimization, and etc. The service and the learning platform and the tutors was excellent, and they have provided me a best internship platform with PeopleLink. It was very pleased to have that opportunity to me to explore my skills and execute my knowledge on that platform. Thank you so much.
Hello, myself Sucharita. Recently I have done my digital marketing in XLR, and since digital marketing is the most trending and evolving platform in the market, you can often career here in this field. So in XLR they will provide you intense training and in digital marketing, and the trainer are very well trained and they have good hand-on experience in digital marketing. So they will provide you each and every details and train you perfectly in the field of digital marketing, and after the completion of course they will provide you to work in real field in projects, so to elevate your knowledge and skills in digital marketing. After completion of course also XLR has provided placement assistance for me. Today I have come here to attend a placement interview conducted by XLR in PeopleLink company. So my experience in that job interview is very good. The HR are very good and friendly. They have explained you very well like in which field and how the digital marketing works in their company. So till now I have a very good experience in XLR, and I definitely will recommend you to join the course for your future. Thank you.
Hello guys, myself Nikhil Reddy V. I'm currently graduated with Masters in Management with Sales and Marketing. I'm currently done with my interview and I've done my digital marketing course with XLR. I found the course online in Google in top ranking in search, and based on the curriculum and everything, and the professors and everyone are quite excellent in the XLR faculty team. And my professor was Mr. Uday, and Uday was a Google certified and Google trained professor. He teaches me digital marketing, and during the classes he was an excellent professor. He used to clarify every doubts, and if I had any doubts post the class period, he used to personally take care in teachers and clarify the doubts. Today I'm here with PeopleLink people interviewing for them, and my interview went well good, hoping for the good. Thank you, XLR.
Hi, myself Rohan. I have completed my degree, and after completing my degree I decided to do digital marketing, and through internet I have got this XLR solutions which has number of ratings, so I decided to join. So after completing I even did projects, live projects. They helped me in each and everything. After doing that they even placed me in interviews, and today I attended PeopleLink company. Thank you, XLR.
Hello friends, I am Ronak and I want to share my experience with XLR. So I was enrolled in XLR for a software testing course, and I have to say right from the start of the course we were provided with the best service. I feel the quality of teaching in the course is the best, with live lectures every day, separate doubt sessions and also recorded sessions if you have missed the sessions or you just want to revise. Throughout the course, we learned manual testing, Java, SQL, Selenium, and TestNG framework. After the learning part was completed, interview preparation sessions were also conducted. So, proper guidance was given by the faculty, assignments were given to be completed, and group projects were taken, as well as we had to make individual projects, which proved to be very beneficial for us in sharpening our skills as well. So mock interviews were also held to make sure we get good placements. Finally, I got placed in many companies. So as my personal experience, it's the best institute to join if your dream is to get a job in IT and make a good career in IT. So just go for it.
Hi, I'm Sai Akhil and I'm working as a process consultant and data analyst in Siemens Technologies Private Limited. After joining XLR on my first day to the classroom, so I went there, I was really nervous because I'm entirely new to data science and data science is like an ocean. So I felt like how would it be, how would the faculty teach me and everything. The faculty was really good. They went on about teaching things in a really specific manner. What problems would you face as a data scientist and how would you solve it? So they explained everything in that manner. The business knowledge which XLR imparts on a student, so that's something which is really valuable. One more great thing about XLR is that there are really good value added courses which are provided to me for free without any extra fee, like Tableau, cloud engineering and big data engineering and some really good courses which are in demand in the market, which what to be learned along with the data science to be a good data scientist. So they gave me a Jumbo pass where they will give you all the training videos, provide you with all the training videos and some new videos which were about to come as well. So those videos I used to refer whenever I get stuck in work. It is like the bond that never ends for us and XLR. So that's a really great thing. I would definitely, without a doubt, I would say that XLR would be the best institute.
Good afternoon, all. Hope all are doing good. Good to go. We'll start the session. So today we have our trainer Prashant Sahu. Yes, sir. You can take up the class.
Hi. So, hey everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, based on the location. So, all of you are doing good. I hope all of you are doing great. So, welcome back once again, everyone, to our generative AI and prompt engineering. Today is our last session. So, we will be able to go ahead and complete like whatever the remaining things which I said we will be taking up today. We are going to go ahead, take them all into consideration, and then we will wrap up our entire, the training for today. So as I discussed, right? So some of you were interested about research-oriented prompts. So we'll discuss about even that. And some of you were curious to know how to create images using the prompts. So yesterday we already completed that part, like where we understood how we can generate images using the prompts, right? And then now today we have still some more prompt techniques, like we are understanding, right? Yesterday we understood what is prompt engineering. We have gone through a lot of different points, like mentioning whenever you write a prompt, you always need to take care that whether it is precise or not, whether if it is concise, that means you are writing a very accurate input so that you will always get the accurate output accordingly. So your prompt should be very clear. If you want, you can give some examples to your prompt. Okay, you can also be able to add some context. So everything, whatever you know, you should be able to put it up so that the Copilot, or it may be ChatGPT, or it may be Gemini. On the other hand, whatever LLM you are using it, they will be giving you a better output. Okay, better the prompt, better will be the result. That is the point you all have to consider. So yesterday we have gone through it in a very rigorous way. Entirely, we dedicated our time for the prompt engineering. Apart from prompt engineering, we also looked into the types of AI like narrow AI, artificial general intelligence, super AI. Currently, we are in narrow AI, and then I explained that what are the two different types of AIs which are currently available. Okay, I mean, they are not available, but yeah, they are the future. Okay, artificial general intelligence and super AI. So those are the two things we have to consider. Okay, and apart from all of those things, we were also understanding like how we can create a prompt, how we can actually be able to create some images. Okay, so let me go ahead, share my screen. Let's see what are all the prompts we covered yesterday. And today it will be again more hands-on only, okay? Because first 2 days we dedicated our time for theoretical part. From day 3, yesterday day 4, and today the day 5. All the 3 days we are using practical. That means where we are using a tool and writing the prompts so that you all can understand it more effectively. And today also, as it is our last day, we will majorly focus on the hands-on activity. That means we will use the Copilot. We will run different types of prompts. You can also be able to run it from your end and can let me know over the chat once you are done from your end. But first, let me explain to you all the different types of prompts which we can run so that you all can get a better understanding, and then accordingly, we all can be able to move forward. And finally, the final topic will be the responsible AI, which will be again a theoretical topic where you have to understand. So when you are implementing or when you are using all of these things, what are all the ethical aspects you have to consider? Okay, what are the ethical aspects or legalities or considerations which you need to do so that you don't fall into any of the like problems, or you should not commit any mistakes in the process. Okay, so that's the point which you all should be able to consider. So let me quickly share my screen and we shall proceed further with where we have left yesterday. Okay, hope my screen is visible to all of you. So here is our tool Copilot, and one good thing, as you all know, in the Copilot tool, okay, there is always a history which is being mentioned. So whatever we are been doing from the past, like 5 days, right? So you will see all of them will be available here in the form of a history. So let me say yesterday we started with something called as a LinkedIn message, right? We have seen different types. Like what did we do first? We just said that simply write a LinkedIn message to the head of engineering at Infosys for a developer role in 100 words. So what it was able to go and do for us, it was just able to go and give us some message which is good enough. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's good enough, but it is a very general mail, right? If you write a prompt in a very general way, the output also will be provided to you in a very general way only. It's not going to be very specific. Okay, so that's how this is going to be very general in nature. And then if you go a little bit further, so what I did right now is I have given my input in such an effective way so that it can give me a very better response. So what I have done here, I just mentioned that, hey, you are an experienced counselor, okay, who has helped people to get the jobs at Google, Microsoft, Uber, Apple, with a lot of Fortune 500 companies. So I'm an early developer looking for my first job. So please help me to write a message to all the potential hiring managers to help me get a job. And then I say, write a LinkedIn message to the head of engineering at Infosys. Okay, so Jim is asking for a chance. That means imagine that you are Jim. Okay, or you can put your name, is asking for a chance of interview for a developer role at Infosys in 100 words. And then you say that, hey, my appeal is that Okay, my appeal is you have a strong tech team at Infosys. I want to be a part of it. Okay, I have a great passion for learning. I conduct some really great trainings. I have very good empathy. And I also want to mention that I have 1 year of experience as an intern in the gaming startup. I have learned full stack development as an intern and helped in building the gaming applications. It's more about you, what you have done. Okay. And then you are also giving a feedback saying that, including a testimonial from my mentor, where he says that this person is excellent resource wherever he goes and has a lot of enthusiasm and learning mindset. So you have given all the information to your co-pilot. Everything you have given to your co-pilot. Now your co-pilot understands who you are, and accordingly it will ensure that it creates a mail. See, so nicely it is created so that it is being written in such a way that it is explaining who you are, what you do, and what you want to do in the Infosys, and what is the feedback which people have given to you when you were doing the application, okay, or when you were building the application. Everything is present here in this mail. And that too in under 100 words only we were able to complete it. In under 100 words only we were able to go ahead and complete it appropriately. So that you know that the end user will always be feeling happy, because you are not wasting their time, right? You're putting very limited, and at the same time, you're also putting all the relevant information which is needed. That is what we were able to do here, right? And then here you say, give me the best version. So when you say here, give me the best version, right? If you are not still further happy with it, okay. If you are not still further happy with this message, so you can definitely say, give me the best version, where it will go ahead and will still enhance your mail in a much, much better way. If you're happy with the first one, you're done with it. But no, I want to make it much better version, or I want to go and do it in a much aligned or in a much efficient way, then say, give me a better version. So it will go ahead and give you the best version so that you can still be able to utilize it in whatever way you want it. Okay. So that's the point which you all should be able to consider overall here. So this was one type of a prompt we have seen. Then I explained to you, rather than writing the prompts in a very lengthier way like this in paragraph to paragraph, you can also write the prompt basically even in this way also. Okay, what is your instruction? I want to write an invitation for a party. And here the persons are like friends in the age group of 7 to 10. CTA, that is to respond, okay, whether they will be part of it or not. My tone should be humor and quickie. Humor means like it is little funny rather than being more professional. Okay, so it's more funny, humor and quickie. And length I want is under 100, 200. Like, I mean, you can also write a prompt in this way also. Putting a side heading, writing whatever is needed for you also. I mean, you can write the prompt even in this way. Rather than writing paragraphs, you can also write the prompt in whatever way I am showing here. But it is up to you. Which one is comfortable for you, you can opt it accordingly. So this is how you can write a prompt specifically by adding the relevant information, and then it is giving you the response. Like you are invited like to the Ultimate Fun Fest. Why it is using some funny, or why the mail, or why the invitation, whatever we are putting is so cool and nice. It's not so professional. The reason being, you mentioned to your co-pilot that make sure that my tone is having humor and quickie. So obviously it will go ahead and work accordingly in that direction itself. So that is the clarity which we all should be able to maintain whenever we talk about the like the prompt, a specific prompt. Okay, this is how your response would actually look like in this case. Okay, so these are all are the points which we should be able to consider. And then you say that, okay, you have sent an invite. Awesome. But for an instance, you sent an invite, but if you want to know what are all the things I need to do for the birthday party so that my guests are feeling very happy. So for that also, you can ask your co-pilot to give the respective list. See, here I am mentioning, okay, this is done. So here, I think, yeah, I have saying that, great. I'm preparing for the party. Now, can you tell me the checklist of things to keep it in mind so that the party experience for the guests is great? Obviously, then see, it was able to go and create a checklist so that I can make sure that my guests are happy by taking care of all of these things which my co-pilot is highlighting it. Like if starting from invitations, decorations, food and drinks, games and activities, party favors. Sometimes we may be very busy. We may not think in all the directions, right? So then co-pilot will help us by reminding us that, hey, this is a checklist I've given to you. Have a check whether you have fulfilled everything or not. If not, then please take care of this activity so that your guest will be very, very happy. Okay, see, during the party, welcoming the guests, organizing activities, food and drink, supervising whether everything is going fine or not. After the party, thank the guests, clean up whatever things are being there, and then just follow up that everyone were able to reach safely or not. Now, this is a list which Copilot has given to you. Now it is your discretion that how much you want to utilize, how much you don't want to utilize it. That's totally your call. Okay, how much ever you want to go ahead and utilize it, pick up only those many points. Something which you believe is irrelevant, you can ignore it. The call is yours totally. Now, this is how we have ran some prompts yesterday. And now today I will continue explaining some more prompts to you so that you can still get an active and as well as a better understanding. And then we will be able to move forward. Okay, but before we move forward, I'll show you that there are some images which we created yesterday. Right? If you all remember, there we were able to create some images. So whenever you create an image in Copilot, right, simply say create an image. That will be responsible for you to create an image where you can go ahead, create an image, and you can see the output of the program. Okay. See, yesterday we were able to go ahead and create some images. Like, see, this is like, there's one more prompt like about in Indian Bazaar for Diwali with Rangoli designs. Right, grand ancient temples in Tamil Nadu we were able to create. So like this, we were able to go ahead and create multiple images, right? If you see, this was a Charminar image which we worked upon. And then we worked upon creating Rangoli in a busy Diwali festival time. And then later we were able to create some old ancient civilizations or temples in Tamil Nadu we were able to create. Okay, and then we created the Kerala backwaters LP where you have those houseboats and all, right? So we were also able to create that. In this way, you can create multiple images. No restriction at all. You can always be able to go ahead and create as many images as you want. Only thing you should be knowing what you want to create. That's it. Only thing you should be knowing that what you are trying to do. I mean, whatever you want to create, you should be knowing that. Then everything will automatically be done. Like for an example, I'll just start with creating one image and then we will go to again prompts. Okay, so that the people who joined today also will get an understanding. I'll say here an aerial view of the Himalayas. Okay, an aerial view of the Himalayas foothills with terraced rice fields. So there are some rice fields near that. All of these are imagination only. Okay. So don't think that it is a standard prompt. I'm imagining something. I'm putting it that in the form of a prompt here. You can also be able to create something like this. Okay. With terraced rice fields and then you have small houses. Okay, dotting the landscape. And then under a sky. Okay. Now I want to move towards the sky. Under the sky filled with clouds. Okay, swirling clouds. See? Okay, so and then I'm gonna say here, create an image for the aerial view of the Himalayas foothills with the rice fields and small houses underneath that, and then there is a sky which is filled with clouds. Okay, let's submit it. Okay, now, okay, this my conversation limit is reached, but this is the last prompt here. Okay, 5 of 5. When you know the conversation limit is completed, always create a new topic. Okay, so now this is going to create me whatever I have written. Let's see how it is going to create. I mentioned that it should be an image under the Himalayas foothills here, if you see. Okay. So if I can just click on any of the image. See there at the backdrop, there is a Himalayas and then there is a sky with the clouds, and here are the houses, okay, which are like a dotted. Dotted means line by line. I mean, one by one it will be there. And these are your rice fields. Okay, it was able to go and then try to imagine, and then it was able to go ahead and create it appropriately for us. Okay, so this is how you can write some interesting prompts and can always be able to go back and have a look. Always remember one thing, Copilot will generate 4 images for us. A Copilot is always responsible to create 4 images for us. And among those 4 images, you can choose whatever is applicable for you. Either all 4 or either 1 or either 2, that's your call overall. That is how you can be able to pick it up accordingly. Okay. So this is the way how you can be able to create some images. If you have some thoughts in your mind, if you have some different things which you can be able to do, so you can always be able to go ahead and can plan it accordingly. Okay, it's up to you, like however you want to go ahead and handle. I'm just letting you know that how you have to create an image, and which is totally free of cost. Again, you don't need to pay even a single rupee to the Copilot. Copilot will go ahead and create an images which is of utmost high quality. And on top of that, whatever you are asking, it is going and creating it for you. But in Google, you will never do, like in Google Chrome or in Microsoft Edge or in Yahoo, whatever browser you use it. So what you have to do, whatever you write, it may not give you that image. Whatever is available in the image list, you have to select one if that suits your criteria. If that doesn't suit, then you cannot do anything. Then you have to again either leave it, ignore it, or you have to take something which is near to it. But here that is not the case. Whatever you want, you are writing that in the form of a prompt, and then you are getting the relevant response accordingly. Based on whatever the input you are providing here as a prompt, it is creating the image and it is providing it so that you can go through it and can handle it appropriately. So that's the point which you all should be able to consider whenever you are trying to generate the images. Okay. So those are all the points which you all should actually be able to consider whenever we talk about the prompt specifically. Hope that this makes sense to all of you. So this is how you can run the prompts and can be able to create multiple images which are being present for us. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and then give you the next level of understanding with regards to prompts. Okay, let's go and run some more prompts and try to yesterday we have seen how to write a mail, and then yesterday we have seen how to invite for a party, like how you can create invitations. So now I'm going to go ahead and then explain to you what is another way of prompting which has been available. Okay, so let's go create a new topic now. So let me say I would go ahead and now create a prompt for all of you. So let's say write an, okay, so let's say write an opening introduction. Write an opening introduction paragraph. Okay, write an opening introduction paragraph under 100 words. Because I don't want a lengthy answers, okay? It will waste our time. So for an article on how AI is going to change the work the way we know it. See, now what is happening here is you're just in this case saying that write me an opening introduction paragraph, okay, under 100 words for an article on how AI is going to change the work the way we know it. Okay, so that's what we just have mentioned here very clearly. Okay, so it is a very general prompt. It's a very general prompt, and let's go and then try to run this. Let's see what's going to happen. So it's just gonna go ahead and give me the response. Okay, it says that, hey, AI is revolutionizing the workspace, transforming how we perform tasks, making decisions, interacting with the technology, automating the process. All of these things are being explained over here very clearly, which is a good thing. So this is like, see, you asked a very generic prompt, it gave you a generic response. You said, write me an opening introduction paragraph under 100 words for an article on how AI is going to change the work. This is like no role prompt, we call it as. Okay, basically, we call it as the no role prompt. Okay, let me increase the size of this to 80. Yeah. So whatever the prompt I have written currently, right, that is your no role prompt, we call it as. Okay, you'll understand what is no role prompt. Now I will explain the role prompt. Okay, so now I'm going to explain to all of you that what exactly is a role prompt. Okay, so let's go to the same prompt. Now what I'm going to do here is I will say to my co-pilot, act like a person. So let's say now you are an, okay, so you are an AI researcher. Okay, so now I'm saying to my co-pilot, act like you are an AI researcher, okay, who built large language models, that is LLMs, which is nothing but your chat GPT, co-pilot and all, okay, large language models. So now I'm going to say again the same thing. Write an opening introduction paragraph. Okay, let's copy this, go here, add it. Okay, so what happened here? Now the same prompt only, whatever I ran previously, I am again running the same prompt. But in this case, what I have done is, before running this prompt, I just have added saying that, hey, you are an AI researcher who has built large language models. That means now the co-pilot will give me the answer in a way how a AI researcher thinks who has actually built the LLMs. So now the response will not be as general as what we got previously. So this is what we call role prompting. Role prompting says you ask your co-pilot to fit in a particular role, and then your co-pilot will think as per that role responsibilities. So for an example, you want to research some topic. Say to your co-pilot, you are a researcher, then your co-pilot will think in the form of how a researcher thinks. This is very important in the prompting, where you put a role and you ask your co-pilot to act like a particular role so that it will be able to go ahead and give you the relevant responses. Okay, so always you can provide a role prompting where you provide a role specifically saying that you are so and so. Okay, so now you go ahead and give me the output. So let's see what output now we are going to get, and let's compare with the previous output what we got it. Okay, now you are an AI researcher who built large language models. Okay, awesome. Let's see. So it says, hey, as an AI researcher specializing in LLMs, I have witnessed firsthand how AI is poised to revolutionize the workspace. These advanced models are not only automating mundane tasks, but also enhancing the decision-making and creativity. By analyzing the vast amount of data, AI is providing unprecedented insights, enabling more informed and efficient workflows. The article is delving into the transformative potential of AI, exploring how it can redefine your job roles, foster the innovation, and shape the future of work in a way we are just beginning to understand. See, the terms, see the way how it explained. It has explained in a way how the AI researcher can think through. Now imagine the answer which you got previously. This is too general, right? This is too general here. Okay, like this is for everyone. Like AI is going to revolutionize, it's going to perform tasks, make decisions, interact with technology. I mean, it's very general. But now when you talk as an AI researcher, see here, answer totally got being changed in such a way that as an AI researcher who has built LLMs, okay, in that perspective, it was able to think and give you the opening introduction. Okay, and the same way I will say now here you are an AI ethics expert. Okay, that means who takes care of the AI. You are an AI ethics expert. I can say you are trying to understand ethical effects of AI. Okay. You can say like you are an AI ethics expert who is trying to understand the ethical effects of AI. Okay. And then you can say again, same thing, write an opening introduction part. Okay. Because this remains the same. Now, this is also role prompting only, but here the role is previously you are a researcher, AI researcher, but now you are an AI ethics expert. Ethics expert means who is responsible to plan the AI appropriately without any harmful activities. Okay, let's now see how the answer is going to be provided by the Copilot. It's loading. Let's see what it is trying to do. Okay, see, as an AI ethics expert, now see how the answer is different than the one which we got previously as an AI researcher. See, as an AI ethics expert, I'm deeply concerned with how AI will transform the workplace. See how immediately changed the answer. It's talking totally in the form of ethics expert. Okay, while AI promises to enhance efficiency and innovation, it also raises significant ethical questions about job displacement, privacy of the data, and then bias. Right? The article examines the ethical implications of AI in the workforce, exploring how we can harness its potential responsibility while ensuring fairness, transparency, respect for the human dignity. Okay, these are some ethical challenges we have to take care about. See now how it was able to go ahead and totally change the answer in a way how an AI ethics expert actually thinks about. That is the beauty of the role prompting. Okay, when you talk about here, right, role prompts are nothing but you are going to say to your co-pilot to think in particular direction. Now, previously what I did here, I just was able to go and say, explain me about or just provide me about an introduction paragraph under 100 words for an article on how AI is going to change the work, which is a very general prompt. It gave you a general response. As I always say you, what prompt you give as an input, accordingly you will get the output. Do not expect that Copilot has wonders or magic that it will go into your mind and think that what you are thinking. No. Whatever you provide in the input as a prompt, based on that only it will give you the response. It is least bother what you're thinking in your mind. If you're thinking in your mind and if you did not put it in the prompt right, then it will not give you the response. Okay. And again, if you observe here, in the second scenario, what I did, I was able to go and say that I'm gonna act as an AI researcher. So as an AI researcher, now when I was able to proceed further, it was able to go give me the relevant output in the form of the researcher. Like how an AI researcher thinks, how an AI researcher would try to give a response. Accordingly, it was giving the output for us. And then now you are an AI ethics expert. So as an AI ethics expert, what you are able to do, you will be able to see the relevant response over here in this case. Okay. You are an AI ethics expert over here. So it is going to think in those lines, like where as an AI ethics expert, that means how the responsibility of the AI should be in terms of bringing some transparency, fairness, and security for the people while handling the data. Okay, so in that particular perception, it is trying to answer us. Okay, so these are the points which you all should actually be able to consider with regards to no role prompting. The first prompt is a no role prompt, and then right now the prompt which we have written, right? Those are your role prompting. So that's the high level clarity which you all should be able to consider. Okay, now I will say for an example, I will write one last prompt in the role prompting so that you all can understand. So now I will say you are in product manager, I'll say. Okay, now I'm saying now I'm specifically saying to my respective co-pilot that you go ahead and now become a product manager. That is the beauty which we have in the prompting. That's one of the very greatest thing in the prompt. You can just say to your co-pilot to behave like that, immediately it will behave and give you the responses. So say you are in product manager, like who has like 100K followers. Okay. Like you have like 100K followers in Instagram. And with an average Okay, you know why I'm trying to do? Because it can give me some greatest ideas. When you have a lot of influencers, lot of followers, okay, when there are a lot of people who are following some content, that means it's a really great. So I'm saying my co-pilot to think in those lines. Okay, you are a product manager. Imagine you don't have 100K followers in Instagram, but I'm saying to my co-pilot, act like that. So that it'll give me the output also in that direction, which is very great. So I'm simply saying my co-pilot to act like an influencer. Okay, so you are a product manager who has 100K followers in Instagram with an average of, let us say, 50,000 views per day. Okay, and then I can say I am planning, okay, I'm planning to put 3 posts in Instagram. Okay, I'm planning to actually put 3 posts in Instagram about product management. Okay, I want to put about product management. So now I will say, please share me. Okay, you can please share 3 good ideas of posts in Instagram. Okay, so what I did here is, see, I'm just simply saying, again, this is also role prompting only. Okay, you are saying that you are a product manager who has 100K followers in Instagram with an average of 50,000 views per day. So act like this. And then I'm saying I'm planning, okay, I'm planning to put 3 posts in Instagram about the product management. So please share me 3 good ideas of posts which I can be able to hand it in my Instagram. That's it. Okay, so that's the point we have to consider over here. So let's go and let's run this and see what it is going to provide us. See, it says start with when you're trying to create or when you want to share something about your product as a product manager. Okay, you have to plan it in such a way that first say behind the scenes insights. Provide what happened behind the scenes before you launch the product. Okay, see, it says also very clearly, ever wondered what a day in the life of a product manager looks like? Okay, from brainstorming sessions to user feedback analysis. Here's a sneak peek into my daily routine. How I start my day and all. Okay, show some photos, videos of whatever you do in your workday, including some meetings, whiteboard sessions, and your workspace. That should be the first thing you have to consider. Then the second thing, give some tips for the product management. Okay, top 5 tips for anyone who is aspiring to become a product manager. Say them like this, whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, these tips will help you to navigate the world of product management. Then what you have to do, content should be in a very visually appealing infographic, or you have a slides, or you highlight some key tips so that it can prioritize and you can effectively communicate it. Then success story or case studies. Okay, so you can say that how you have turned up a problem into a successful feature. Okay, so you can ask them to look into the case study, whatever you have been able to develop and what impact it has. Okay, and then you can create a content, either a post or a video. Okay, you can either create a content like a post or a video, and then you can show them that what challenges you had previously, and then what are the solutions you implemented, and how did that turned out to be positive. Okay, so these things, if you target, these 3 things, if you target, then your post will really have an impact wherever you are trying to create it. See how beautifully it was able to go ahead, craft, and then give us an information. So here you are saying very clearly that you are a product manager who has so and so followers in Instagram with an average of 50,000 views per day. And then I'm planning to put 3 posts in Instagram about the product management. So please share me some good ideas. Simply you said. Now it was able to go understand your scenario, what to know, and it acted as a product manager, and it says you that first explain what has happened behind the scenes. It says you what should be your caption, what is the content you have to prepare. Then you say product management tips, caption, content. Success story or case study, caption and content. Now I know some of you will definitely think this is good. I'm happy with it, that it has given me everything. But now I will say, please provide me Okay, please provide me the content. I will say now you give me the content. Okay, please provide me the content. My product is, or we can say our product can be specifically, okay, my product is education platform. That's better because we all are common to this one, right? See, please provide me the content. My product is education platform. So what I'm saying to my co-pilot is, okay, you gave me some examples. Hey, do this, you do that, right? Now I'm saying you give me the content. And I'm also letting you know what is my product. Okay, let's go and submit. Let's see what it is going to do here. Okay, awesome. See, now it is going ahead saying that, hey, ever wondered what a day in the life of a product manager looks like? From brainstorming session to user feedback analysis, here's a sneak peek. And then now it is able to go further. Okay, so it's able to go, and then it is letting us know that how you were able to create that education platform. Okay, see, it's saying you that you can create 5 slides talking about prioritizing the user needs. Always keep the end user in the mind when making decisions. It's giving the content now. Effective communication is second tip. You always need to provide a clear and consistent communication with your team. Always be ready to adapt the changes. Okay, always guide your strategies and measure the success. Continuously learn and make sure that you are always there with the latest trends, whatever is needed for you. See, like this, you can set up all the slides, whatever is needed for you. Okay, then success story. In the success story, explain, okay, how the challenge was. Users were struggling with navigating our course catalog. See, it is understanding education platform. That is the reason it is course catalog talking about. So our solution is we introduced a new intuitive search and filter feature. Implementation, we collaborated with our UX UI team to design and test the feature. Result is it has increased the user satisfaction and a 30% boost has happened in the course enrollments. And then one of the feedback from the happy user, the new search feature made finding courses much easier. See, so well, it was able to go ahead, create a content. And when I said that, just go ahead and create a content and my product is education platform. It is thinking in product manager ways. It's trying to highlight all the points. Now it is going into the details of each and everything. And it is letting us also provide the content. It's able to go ahead and give us the content so that we can be able to go through. So this is the utmost clarity which you should be knowing as a role prompting. So whatever I explained to you currently is what we call role prompting. Role prompting here means you are giving a role particularly. So to that particular role, your co-pilot is thinking and then it is giving you the relevant output. In the first scenario, I said you are a product manager. Then in the second scenario, I said you are an AI ethics expert. In the third scenario, I said you are an AI researcher. Okay, and like this, you can give a role prompts, like you ask your co-pilot to act as a particular role, and then you can write the prompt in whatever way you want. Say you are a professor. Okay, act as a professor or you are a professor and then try to give the points. Or you are an associate professor or you are a teacher or you are a head of the department. Okay, or you are a chancellor or you are a vice chancellor. So you can put any thing at the start and your co-pilot will think or it will give you the output like how a professor thinks or how an associate professor thinks or how the head of the department thinks. So it will always think in those directions and it is going to give you the relevant output. That is what we call the beauty of the role prompting. So now I will give you everyone a quick 2 minutes of time. Open your co-pilot, write a prompt in whatever way you want, but make sure that you are having a role at the start, saying that you are an so and so role. And then write whatever is needed for you. I'll give you quickly 2 minutes of time. Run it in your own co-pilot. After 2 minutes, then I will show you another type of a prompt which we can run in the co-pilot. Okay, for the time being, I'm just highlighting a sample prompt so that the people who want, you can be able to take this as a sample prompt. Okay, you can say you are an AI researcher. Instead of AI researcher, put some other role over here and then proceed further with it. Okay, please complete and do let me know. Okay, then we will proceed with the next one. Okay, so hope we are all good with this type of a prompt. Okay, I see that you have all been able to read it. So directly we can give the words in 800 words. Yeah, you can directly say. Otherwise, it will keep on writing a very big content, Shruti. Okay. So simulation modeling. Awesome. Good. That's very nice. Professor Dr. Vivekananda, that's a good one. Shruti, yes, you can always see wherever we think, okay, wherever we think, we can always write under 100 words. Where if you think that you don't want it, you don't need to put under 100 words. It's as simple as that. Okay. Mentioning me as a researcher in antenna design and placed a request to guide me. It gave all relevant details. Awesome. Great. Okay, that is absolutely right. That's how it should be present. Okay, so yeah, that sounds good. Good job, everyone. Nice. I'm happy that you are all finding it very effective and you are trying to write the prompt in your own way. And that is very important. See, if I teach even 5 prompts, right, 6th prompt will be a new prompt for you. Okay, so you will only learn 5. But if you start writing, if I give you that guidance, that this is how the prompt looks like, and if you create your own prompt in your own style, right, that you will feel much satisfied. So as long as you learn, I know that it is a learning. But the moment you start executing it, you will feel much happier. And when you start writing the prompt in your own way, as per whatever problem you are facing or the challenge you are facing, that will be very much helpful for you to read the information. Okay, so that's the overall point which we all should actually be able to consider over. Okay, hope that this makes sense to all of you. So right now, let me go ahead and explain you another type of prompt. Yeah, to get a precise answer, always the prompt also should be precise. Okay. So now, as my limit is exhausted, right, I am going again with the new topic. Okay. If you see at the bottom, it says that a conversation has reached its limit. Let's start a new chat. I'll go with a new topic. Okay. So now I'm going to explain to you another type of a prompt where we can be able to handle the things effectively. So now what it is, let's go and then try to say, okay, write a short letter. Okay, because I don't want a lengthy one. Write a short letter under 3 to 5 sentences. Okay, I don't want more than that. So under 3 to 5 sentences to an employee. Okay, I want to send it to an employee who has been sloppy with work lately. That means there is an employee who has not been doing a great work. But I want to write a short letter under 3 to 5 sentences to an employee who has been sloppy with work lately. Sloppy with work lately means the work which has been given to that particular employee has not been done within time and it's taking actually more than the anticipated time. Okay, so let's go try to run this and see what is the relevant output it is going to give us. Okay, so here it's saying that, hey, dear so-and-so, whomsoever you want to address, I have noticed a decline in the quality of your work recently. Let's discuss how we can address this and get you back on track. Your contributions are valuable and I want to support you in achieving your best. Which is a fair enough. It's a fair enough, right? So, but you are starting with something called as, I've noticed a decline in the quality of your work recently. I mean, the one who is going to read this mail will be focusing more on the first thing, whatever you have addressed. Right, and the remaining thing, yes, it's very good. You said, okay, let's discuss, let's address, you are really very valuable. Your contributions, I really want you to support in achieving the best is good. But the note itself started with something saying that it's very harsh. Right, at the start itself, it's very harsh. And then it is gradually going ahead and making the things better. Right? So the tone of this, I'm assuming that it's not that great if I want to write a mail. So what I want to do is, let's go and take the same prompt here. Okay. I wouldn't change the prompt. I'll copy the prompt here. I'm going to take the prompt and then say, I want it in a formal tone. Okay. I just want this in a formal tone. Let's see what it is going to give. Okay. Okay, now coming to formal tone. Okay, if it is a formal tone, then it says, hey, it has come to my attention that the quality of your recent work has not met our standards. So I would like to discuss this matter with you to understand any challenges you may be facing and to find a way to improve your performance. Okay, so now if you see here very clearly, what it is trying to convey in this scenario is, like, right now the mail is again addressing the same thing only, but it is in a more formal way. Rather than bashing somebody, we are putting it in a very formal way so that the other person or the end user will be able to get to know that what exactly you are trying to convey, and that too in a very formal tone, rather than blaming somebody that, hey, because of you, so and so thing has happened. Okay, you're putting the tone here very formal so that people can understand and can be able to plan it much effectively. Okay, so you're not starting your note simply by saying that, hey, I've noticed a decline in the quality of your work. No, you're not starting with that. Instead, you're saying that, hey, it has come to my attention that the quality of your recent work is not meeting the standards. So, due to which I would like to discuss this matter with you to understand if there are any challenges you're facing, and then we'll try to find out a way to improve the performance. So it's very formal, very nicely you have written, so that to whom you are trying to send this, right, at least they will be a little bit in a better way. Okay. Okay, so this is how it would actually look like. Now, what am I going to do here is, this is awesome, like formal tone, I mentioned it. Now, I'm going to take the same thing here. Okay, so I'm going to take again the same prompt, and here there is a copy button. Let's go here. And now I'm going to say in this case. Okay, now what you need to do here in this case is, let's say now I want to say in a caring, okay, in a caring, and I would say supporting. Okay, I want right now in the caring and supporting. So write a short letter under 3 to 5 sentences to an employee who has been sloppy with work lately in a caring and supporting tone. Now your tone is not formal. Instead, you're saying that my tone here is very caring and supporting tone, so that it can help us in a better way. So now I'm going to go ahead, submit the same in this case. Okay, see. Okay, so now if you see this mail, hey, I have noticed that your recent work has not been up to your usual standards. You're not saying, you're not bashing here. You're saying that, hey, I noticed that your recent work has not been up to your usual standards. So I'm here to support you and understand if there is anything affecting your performance. Let's work together to find a solution and help you get back on track. See how well the mail has been written. If you want to bash somebody, but you don't want to bash them directly, so you are angry, what you will get is like immediately some points will come and you'll drop a mail, but that shouldn't be the way, right? How you want to address the things. But if you see, if you ask your co-pilot to say that, hey, one of my employee, okay, I want to write a 3 to 5 sentences to an employee who has not been working very quality and at the same time taking a lot of time. But I don't want to go ahead and say that directly. You make sure that it is being done in a very caring and supporting tone, so that I want to help that employee. It's not that I want to blame somebody. So then in a caring and supporting tone, it's able to go and say, hey, I've noticed that your recent work has not been so and so, and then I'm here to support you, understand if there is anything affecting your performance. We shall work together to find a solution and then help you get back on track. See, so very well crafted. And this is something which will go to the end person, and that employee to whom you have written, right, that employee may not feel really like something which is very bad or maybe something which is very different. Yeah, definitely this mail is saying that we are not doing something what is expected. but it is been also written in such a way that I'm there to help you. Let me know anything if you need from me, so that we can work together and make it possible. So that's the beauty of it. That is how you can write the letter with a very formal and the supporting the tone. Okay, so this is another clarity which you all should actually be able to consider overall. Okay, so this is another type of a prompt which I would request all of you to go ahead and then try to work upon. So this is what we call tones. Okay, so here this type of a tone is a tone. Like you will be having a tone, like one, you can have a formal tone, or you can have a professional tone, or you can have a really a caring tone, right? So you can have multiple types of tones like this. You can go ahead and choose whatever the tone is applicable for you, and then can be able to proceed further. Caring, supportive, formal, professional, any type of a tone you can be able to go ahead and mention, and then you can address those tones appropriately. So here we started without using any tone. So it just went ahead and have written the mail where it's not very soothing. You're starting with somebody saying that the quality of your work has been declined. Who knows? That person has done 10 tasks. Out of 10, 9 tasks, that person has done really great. But in one task, it's taking time. So you cannot go and say, I've noticed the decline in the quality of your work, right? So it's not good. So that is the reason I said, no, I don't want it in that way. Please put it in a formal tone. If you like your formal tone, go ahead with it. If you don't believe that formal tone is also feeling good for you, then go ahead and say, hey, in a caring and supporting tone. In a caring and supporting tone, if you believe that the content or the output is very nice, then you can go ahead and replicate the same to your employee. Okay, so this is the overall clarity which we all should be aware whenever we talk about the prompts with different types of tones which are available for us. Okay, as I mentioned to all of you, right? Like you have a caring, you have a supportive, you have a professional, you have a formal. Okay, these are the different types of tones which you can highlight, and accordingly the output will be relevant to whatever tone you provided. So that's the clarity which we all should be able to consider. So please go ahead, try to write some prompts. Okay, I'll give you a minute time. Write a prompt in your own way where you mention the tone. Okay, where you can mention the tone on your own, and you can be able to proceed further. And do let me know over the chat once you're done with it. Okay, provide any tone, whatever you want, formal tone or a professional tone, or you go ahead and provide like a caring tone, or you provide whatever tone you want. You can just highlight it and can write a prompt and check whether you are getting the relevant output or not. Complete it. I'll give you quick 1 or 2 minutes of time so that you can also be able to do, and then we can proceed further. Okay, hope you all were able to complete it. This is how you need to play around with your tone prompting. Role prompt, no role prompt, tone, now I'm going to explain to you another type of a prompt which is about compare and contrast. Okay. Now another one which I'm going to explain here is compare and contrast prompting technique. Let's understand what is the compare and contrast prompting technique. Okay, how this is going to be helpful for us. So now I'm going to say you that, okay, please, okay, let's do one thing. Let's open a new topic. Otherwise, again, here the limit will be exhausted. So I'll say, please compare and contrast. Okay, you just need to talk about like compare and contrast. Okay, so now, so when you say please compare and contrast, right? What all you want, you can highlight it, compare and contrast the following. Like one can be outline the similarities. Okay, outline the similarities. And then let me say qualitative. Okay. I want qualitative, and then I want characteristics. Okay, I want all of these to be compared. What else? Functionality. Okay, I want here functionality, and then I want impact, and then some key takeaways. Okay, I'm just putting something which can be helpful for me to compare and contrast. Okay, and if there are any other factors also, okay, and other factors into one table. I want it in the table format. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me to read it. Okay, and then I'm saying here are the two options where you need to compare and give me the results. Okay, here are the two options to compare and to compare against each other. That would be better. Okay, to compare against each other, and that's your, let's say, Apple iPhone 16 and Google Pixel 9. Okay, so let's say it will go ahead and then try to compare. And okay, so let's go and see what it is going to do. Okay, I just kept some points. Let's say here, see, awesome, right? It is just bringing all the details from everywhere and it is putting up. In internet, what you do, you have to pick one product, you have to pick another product, and then you have to compare it. And sometimes there will be tables also present. But here, the benefit is, if you observe right now what is happening, you're just saying that please go ahead and compare and contrast and give me some characteristics like similarities, qualitative characteristics, functionality, impact, key takeaways, and other factors if there are anything into one table. When you say table, it's creating a table. And then what are the two options to compare against each other? One is Apple iPhone 16 and another one is a Google Pixel mobile. You can replace these two with whatever products you wanted. And now if you see here, see, similarities, both are flagship smartphones. Both of them are high resolution displays. They have an advanced cameras, 5G connectivity, both of them having the AI powered features. Awesome. Coming to qualitative characteristics, like you have again quality. In terms of quality, how you can consider them. Both of them have a premium build quality with glass and here it's aluminium and here they use a metal. This comes with iOS 18 and here it comes with Android 14. And it has the A18 Bionic chip and they use a Tensor G4 chip. It's focused majorly on privacy and security iPhone. This focuses majorly on Google Pixel on AI and machine learning capabilities. The functionality here, Face ID, there you use fingerprint. There is a triple camera here, here there is a dual camera. Okay, then there is a wireless charging. Here also there is a wireless charging. There we have Apple Intelligence. Here you have Gemini AI. Okay, like this, you have a lot of things. Key takeaways, impact, other factors. Okay, see, this has a higher price point, Apple. This is a competitive pricing, Google Pixel. So like this, if you have a look, see, so nicely it was able to go ahead and give you the comparison between two different products. Now you can ask me, can I go and say, please compare and contrast Apple iPhone 16 and Google Pixel 9? It will give you the response then also, no problem. Then also it will give you the response. But why I said explicitly all of these things is because I want only certain things. I don't want everything. And then otherwise my focus is majorly on similarities, qualitative, characteristics, functionality, impact, key takeaways, and other factors. I mentioned very clearly, if I miss anything, add them in other factors. If I miss something, then add them in other factors. But my focus is to know what similarities it has, qualitative characteristics, what it has, what is its functionality, what is its impact, what is its key takeaways. First, I want them. So I said, outline me first them. And then after which, if there are any other factors also, club them and add it into one table itself, so that we can see all the relevant responses, whatever is needed. So this is what we need to know at a very high level clarity for us to proceed further. Okay, so these are all the things which we should be aware and we should be able to take it up. Okay, so this is how you have to take up any particular product. Some of you are liking some car. You bring those two car models, you have confusion, compare and contrast and see so better results. Which one is effective? Go ahead with it. Okay, some of you may have some products, or some of you may have some research topics. So you want to do one, like some of you are interested in AI, and as well as you're interested in some other technology like blockchain. Then you say, please compare and contrast, okay, in terms of research. So outline some similarities or characteristics or functionality, and then provide those two technologies or three technologies or four technologies where you're confused. Then take the feedback from the co-pilot and take any one, because I know you can do all the four or three topics, but it depends on which one is priority for you at this point of time. So take two technologies, get the opinion from the co-pilot, then you analyze yourself that whether it is appropriate or not, then you move ahead with it. Which one is the right option? Go ahead with it and then try to do the research. Even in that way also, you can compare and contrast and can see the results in the form of a prompt. So you can run and can see the result appropriate. That is also another way in which you can be able to handle it. So these are all the different ways or different options which we can consider, and then you can be able to move forward. Okay, hope this is clear to all of you. This is how you can always be able to compare and contrast with any of the products or with any of the features which you have in your mind. You can go ahead, run them here, and then can be able to see the relevant responses. Okay, so these are the points which I would request all of you to consider. So I'll give you 1 minute of time. Please run this prompt in your own co-pilot by taking any two products on your own. Okay, compare and contrast. And if you want to highlight any of the like outline features, you can provide it. Or else you can just say any two products, compare and contrast, and see the result, and let me know once you are done with it. So please complete it and do let me know. Then we shall all be able to proceed further with the next type of a prompt, whatever is needed for us. Please complete and let me know, everyone. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes of time. Then we will move on to next type of a prompting technique. This is compare and contrast prompting technique. Okay. Okay, hope you all are done with comparing and contrasting it. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. That's great job, Dr. Vivekananda. Great. Okay, so there was one prompt written, just I'm letting you know, to compare and contrast of two aspects. Okay, that is antenna design and to help and serve the old age senior citizens. Okay, so radio frequency antenna designs, like compare and contrast how it's going to work. So that's what. Good. Like this is how you have to think about everyone. Okay, so what you need to think is how it is going to be helpful for you. I'm letting you know different techniques in the prompt engineering. So if you have this in your mind, you can run the prompts in a very effective way to see the responses. So Copilot and ChatGPT are not meant for small things. They are being designed for greater things. And if in order to achieve the greater things, you should know how to write the prompts also in a greater way. That is what we are learning right now. So that you all can use it effectively and can get the best responses for what actually Copilot is being designed for. Okay. So now, as we are done with comparing and contrast prompting, right? So the next type of a prompt which I'm going to explain to all of you here is perspective prompting. Okay, the next one is perspective prompt technique. Okay, now this is another prompting technique. These are all different techniques available. Okay, so compare and contrast is done. Now I'm going to take you to perspective prompt, like where you'll understand that how we can run the perspective prompting technique. Okay, so now let me go ahead and explain to you here how the perspective prompting technique is going to actually work. Okay, so now I'm going to write a prompt saying that please write a, okay, we'll do one thing. Please write about the human-centered design from the perspective, okay, from the perspective of a UX research expert. Okay, now what is happening here is, in this case, you are asking to write about the human-centered design. Okay, you are asking to write about the human-centered design, okay, from the perspective of a UX research expert. That means a UI UX designer will be there, right? Front-end engineer. So I'm asking to write the human-centered design concept from the perspective. Wherever you see perspective, that's a perspective prompting. So you are trying to understand the perspective from a UX research expert. So let's run this and just check how it looks. Okay, see, when you don't put that 100 words or something like that, right? It'll keep on giving lengthy article like this. Should have done one thing, stop responding. Let me say, please write about a human-centered design from the perspective of UX research expert in under 100 words. Otherwise, it will keep on writing the content and we don't want all of those things to be made. Okay. Let's see what it is going to say. See, now it says human-centered design is a user-focused approach that prioritizes empathy and iterative development. So UX researchers immerse themselves in user environment to understand the needs and behaviors. Like, you know what it is trying to say? When you open a website, okay, when you open a website, when you open a KFC website, it's very red in color. Okay, when you open an Amazon, it's little whitish and then little golden yellow you will be able to see. Now there is a science behind it. Why websites are sometimes you look very attractive. Some websites you feel very attractive. Some websites you feel it is very dull. Why? Because when the websites are being designed right, they will think in such a way that when we are designing a website, it should suit the end users. End users should feel very happy with it. It should not harm them. Right. So in the same way, when you talk about your human-centered design, in this case, this human-centered design is a process where we want to make sure that as a UX designer, you have to think about the environment, understand the behavior, understand the needs of the people, what many of the people like the color, which one is a decent color, how you can make your website attractive so that your end user can always use your website because it is very soothing and appealing for them. That's how a UX research expert will think, because that is a perspective of a UX research expert. Now, the same concept, I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to say that think in the form of the psychologist. Okay, I'll take the same prompt, or you can copy from here, paste it, and now say from the perspective of a psychologist. Let's say what the psychologist is going to talk about the human-centric, like human-centered design. Okay, let's say, and then submit this. Let's understand now what a psychologist is going to talk about. See, now the answer got changed altogether here. The previous answer was in the perspective of a UX research expert. Now, whatever you are seeing is in the perspective of a psychologist. So here, from the psychologist perspective, whatever you see in this case, right, here it is very clear. Okay, in this scenario, if you observe, it says it emphasizes understanding the user's psychological needs and behaviors. It integrates empathy, user feedback into the design process, ensuring solutions are not only functional, but also emotionally satisfying. If you observe here, right, if you are observing in this case, whatever you are seeing over here very clearly, this is actually right now you are talking from the perspective of a psychologist. Okay, you are literally talking here with regards to the psychologist perspective, so that they will actually be aware that how the things are working about. This is a perspective. Now you go to one doctor, you take the perspective from a doctor one. Then you go as a second opinion to another doctor to take the perspective of a second doctor. So in that way, from the co-pilot, you can say, give me the perspective from different opinions so that you can always be able to see the result appropriate. So one of the interesting thing I'm going to let you know here, see, same in the perspective prompting only, I'm going to say, please write an argument. Okay, let's say, please write an argument on the topic. Okay, you can say, please write an argument on the topic. So what we want here on the topic of increasing the mobile, we can say mobile addiction. Okay, because that is a problem which is happening now. So mobile addiction from multiple diverse perspectives. Okay, let's say from multiple diverse perspectives. So I'm going to say here, you can go ahead. Okay, you can just go ahead, present the various views. Okay, present the various views from, let me say, we can hear one from psychologists, another one from whom the mobile app designers. Okay, and then who else? And a general mobile user like you and me. Okay, so if you see here, what are we trying to do in the prompt is, please write an argument on the topic of increasing, here, on the topic of increasing the mobile addiction from multiple diverse perspectives. So you can go ahead, present the various views from psychologists, mobile app designers, and general mobile user in the form of a table so that we can read it in a better way. Okay, let's go run this and see what is their perspective. Here it's looking for all the information and it's saying, see, psychologists are saying that psychologists view the mobile addiction as a behavioral addiction similar to gambling. They highlight it's a negative impact on the mental health, including the increased anxiety, depression, and social isolation. So they emphasize the need for awareness and interventions to mitigate these effects. That is a psychologist's perspective. Okay. Now, mobile app designers, what they say. See, mobile app designers acknowledge that apps are designed for maximizing the user engagement through features like notifications, infinite scrolling, gamification. While these features enhance the user experience, they can also lead to addiction behaviors. And designers may face ethical dilemmas in balancing the user engagement with responsible design practices so that people can use a lot. But they also acknowledge that it is harmful, mobile app designers. Now, coming to the perspective of general mobile users. General mobile users often recognize their dependence on mobile devices but may feel conflicted. So while they appreciate the convenience and connectivity provided by mobile apps, they also experience some negative consequences such as reduction in the productivity, sleep disturbances, strained personal relationships. Now users may seek the ways to manage their usage, but they often struggle with self-regulation. Even many times we try to think that we don't want, but we cannot self-regulate it. See, so clearly, and which actually happens in reality, right? For most of the people, you see that their perspectives are being written. Now imagine when you're going for a research. Okay, today is a review day, or you have 10 days before a review has to be provided for your research. Then write it. Write it in such a way, hey, please write an argument on the topic of generative AI, whatever research topic you have taken. Okay. Present the various views from guide, a research guide, or maybe like whosoever are your evaluators. Okay. Or from a professor, or from the vice chancellors, or whosoever it may be. Provide the various views from them. Then they will provide you the views here. Even they may think or not, that is a different thing. But you will be ready with everything. You will be ready with everything so that what type of things can be asked or what type of things can be talked about. So you can think in those lines and you can also be well prepared in those areas also. You can also be able to add the perspectives in that way and can also read the responses. This is what we call perspective prompting, like where you will have different perspectives being present, and using those perspectives, you can be able to further move ahead. Okay. This is what you call here as the perspective prompting technique, where you can add the perspective and can be able to gradually move forward. Okay. So that's the point which you should be able to understand with regards to perspective prompting. I hope you all got to know that how this perspective prompting actually plays an important role. Okay, so you all can be able to go ahead and can be able to solve this. Okay, like write a prompt on your own. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute of time. Write a prompt, any prompt on your own, where it talks about the perspective prompting, like taking the perspective of different roles or different, like, let me say, you have different roles you can take or different personalities you can take and can be able to see different perspectives based on whatever prompt you have written. Like, as I mentioned, right? So here I have mentioned the topic. And then I said, I need the perspectives from psychologists, mobile app designers, and the general mobile user. So please go ahead, write something on your own in the same way with your own topic, whatever you want, and see whether you are getting the best perspectives or not in the Copilot. Complete it. Then I'm going to explain you the next type of a prompt, which you all can be able to utilize it. Hey, Radhika, if you have any question, you can put it over the chat, okay? So if you're raising the hand also, I don't have the permission to unmute anybody. So just, if you have anything, put it over the chat. I'm reading it and I'm providing the answers appropriately. So specifically, if you all have anything, put it over the chat, because I don't have a chance to unmute anyone, because the audience is so large that we cannot give anybody the chance to unmute it. Anything specific, put it over the chat. I will answer it accordingly. Because even if any one of you raise the hand also, I cannot answer, because until you don't put it in the chat, I cannot know what is exactly you want to know from it. Okay. Yes, so please complete and do let me know. Then accordingly, I will explain you with the remaining prompt. Okay. So now let's go to the last type of a prompting technique, okay, which is called as the perspective prompting. As it is completed, let's go with the last prompting technique, which is your chain of thought prompting. Okay. Now the next prompting technique here, which we call it as is chain of thought prompting technique. Now let's have a look that what exactly here is a chain of thought prompting and where you need to use it. Chain of thought prompting is always used in logical reasoning. So whenever you want a logical reasoning questions to be solved, chain of thought prompting will be very, very helpful over there. Okay, so let's go and then try to use the chain of thought prompting technique. So now I will say, okay, let's write a logical question. What I can write, okay, let's say I went to the market. Okay, I went to the market and bought 10 apples. Okay, 10 apples I brought, and then I gave 2 apples to the neighbor. I gave 2 apples to the neighbor and 2 to the watchman. Okay, I then went and bought 5 more apples and ate. Okay, and sorry, ate not whole. Definitely, you can say and ate 1 from that. So say me, how many apples did I remained? I know you can think and give the answer here, but that is not the expectation. Okay, so here I will say let's think step by step. Okay, wherever you say let's think step by step, that means it's a chain of thought prompting. Okay, so I'm saying here in this case, okay, I went to the market, okay, and bought here 10 apples. I gave 2 apples to the neighbor, 2 to the watchman, and then I went and bought 5 more apples, and from there I ate 1. Say me how many apples did I remain with? I kept the question a little bit logical here. And then I'm saying that please go ahead and think step by step and give me the answer. Okay, let's go submit this and see what it is going to provide us. Okay, see, step by step it's giving everything. That is a chain of thought prompting. See, initially you purchased 10 apples. Then you gave away 2 apples to the neighbor, 2 apples to the watchman. So 10 minus 2 minus 2, 6 you have. Then after that you said you bought 5 more apples. So already you had 6, then 5 got added, now 11. In that you ate 1 apple. So that is 10. So you are left with 10 apples remaining. As I said you, right, this is majorly for logical reasoning. You have some logical reasoning or aptitude sort of a questions if you want to understand and then also to see the solution, then you are going to take that question and simply say, let's think step by step. The moment you say, let's think step by step, right, it becomes a chain of thought prompting. Chain of thought prompting means it is going to say you that you will be allowed to go ahead and see all the answers in a step-by-step manner. See how you are able to see currently, right? Here, this is all step-by-step manner. You are able to go and read all the information one by one, and you're able to see the results. This is how the prompts, the chain of thought prompting is going to allow you to read all the results in a step-by-step manner, so that you can be able to see all the results, whatever you want, in a very clear and proper pattern. Okay, so that's the overall clarity which we all should be able to consider. That this makes sense to all of you. This is how we need to go ahead and make sure that we are trying to break it down into step-by-step pattern. Wherever you say, let's think step by step, that indicates that you are allowing a chain of thought prompting. Chain of thought is nothing but it's allowing us to go in a step-by-step manner so that we all can be able to proceed further. Okay, so that's the overall understanding which we all should be able to consider. Okay, so this is how you can use your chain of thought prompting technique. Wherever you say, let's think step by step, it will go ahead and give you all the answers in a better and as well as in an effective manner. Okay, this is how you can always write a prompt and make sure that you're able to go ahead, say step by step, and then you will see the results also in the step-by-step manner. Ultimately, it will give you the results by explaining all the key steps which are being mentioned. So now, the last topic is, many of you asked me if I want to write a research topics or if I want to explore the research things, then what should I do here? How can I be able to proceed further? Okay, what are all the research type of things I can be able to do? See, for an example, you have the generative AI, right? So you can say, if you want to be like a researcher, or if you want to pick up a research topic, say, okay, as an research expert, okay, as a research expert, please give me some ideas. Okay, please give me some ideas on what are the limitations. Okay, what are the limitations of current? Because if there is a limitation, that if you fulfill it, then your research will be highlighted. If you are doing something which is already great, and if you are doing something which is already there, then your research will not have a value. Right. So definitely I'll say, as a research expert, please give me some ideas on what are the limitations of current generative AI models in producing syntactically, okay, in producing syntactically correct and efficient code for complex programming languages. Okay, I want to write a research. As a research expert, please give me some ideas on what are the limitations of current generative AI models. Okay, that too in producing, okay, which can help us in producing syntactically correct and efficient code for complex programming languages. So let's run this and see what it is going to provide us as an idea. See, you have to make sure that you are considering these things. Okay, let's see. First of all, okay, so what it is trying to say is, while LLMs can generate the code snippets that appear correct, but they often produce syntactically incorrect code. Okay, this is because those models are being learned from training data. Whatever is present, it will give you the response accordingly. Okay, then semantic understanding. They don't understand the proper understanding of the code, the LLMs. They struggle in it. So you have to see what we need to do here. Efficiency and optimization. Error handling is not great. Security vulnerabilities, it cannot gather. Non-determinism, bias and fairness is always present. Okay, so these are some limitations which are currently still existing in the GenAI. Even though LLMs are giving great results, but still currently you see 9 points are present in the GenAI. That too, especially in one topic I've taken, that is to syntactically write a better code. Still there also, there are so many issues over here. So like this, you can figure out what are the issues which are still being present, or the limitations which are still existing. Not only this, you can take this prompt. Now, let me say you are not interested in generative AI. That is absolutely fine. Pick up some technology, deep learning, machine learning, blockchain, IoT, cloud. Just replace here, instead of saying generative AI, just replace the technology with which you are actually working upon. And ask, what are the limitations of current respective technology, whatever you take here. And okay, then you can ignore everything here. Just ignore. Let us say I'm going to take this part only. Okay. Because many people will take time to understand, because you'll invest a lot of time, like for understanding research papers, going through it and getting to know what you can do differently. So instead here, ask limitations and it will provide you. See, now I'm taking this. What are the limitations as a research expert? Please give me some ideas on what are the limitations of, let me say, blockchain technology. Let's see what it is going to say. I'm taking another technology, not generative AI at least. See, scalability is one challenge. High energy consumption. complexity and integration with it. There are some security risks, regulatory compliance issue, data privacy, cost of it, interoperability, human error possibility, network size. Now, definitely you will not work on all 10. Pick some 2 to 3 great ideas and take it further. Now, let me say I am interested. I'll say I am interested. Okay. I am interested in what? Scalability. Okay. I want to work on this scalability part. So you can say that, hey, I am interested in scalability. Okay. So let's see what Copilot is going to do for me. Okay. I'm interested in scalability, let me say, and then let's go into it. Let's see what this is going to do. Okay. So now it is explaining about the scalability. Hey, this is the problem. Let us dig deep. If you're interested in scalability, let me take you deep into the scalability and give you an understanding that what is the problem which is actually occurring over here. If you see here, that is transaction throughput problem, block size and frequency, layer 2, sharding. I mean, again, these are core topics. But yeah, if you see here, it is very clearly saying that what are the key points we have to consider in order to take our research topic further. So like this, you can always be able to take a particular prompts, go through it, read the information, whatever is needed, and accordingly, you all can be able to move forward. Okay. So now let me say I will write another prompt. Okay. So let's say as an again research expert. Okay. As an research expert. So what I'm going to do over here in this case is I'm going to go ahead and say as a research expert, how can GenAI, okay, I'm just using the short form, which Copilot can understand. How can GenAI be used to create a personalized, okay, you can create a personalized learning materials. Okay, you can create a personalized learning material, okay, that can adapt to individual student needs and their learning style also. Okay, so you can also say what are the challenges in maintaining accuracy. Okay, what challenges do we have in maintaining accuracy? And then you can say relevance in educational content generation. So you're targeting education sector and seeing what challenges we have here. So as a research expert, how can Gen AI be used to create a personalized learning material? Okay, that is responsible to adapt to individual students' needs and then the learning style. So what challenges are there here in maintaining accuracy, relevance, and then in the education content generation? Okay, so I want to know that. Let's go run this and see what challenges it's going to let us. Okay, it's able to go. See how you can leverage the GenAI for adaptive content creation, what you need to do for interactive learning modules, how you can create like personalized quizzes, games, simulations, contextual learning, immediate feedback and support, challenges, whether the data quality is correct or not, whether it can understand the context appropriate or not, whatever content you're providing should be validated, ethical considerations, whether people will adapt it or not, any technical limitations. These are all the things we have to understand. Like this, it will give you different perspectives, different ideas, so that you can be able to take it further and then can be able to handle it more effectively and appropriate. Okay, that's the main aspect which we all should actually be able to consider. Okay. So that's the overall thing which we should be aware whenever we want to move ahead. Okay, so if you observe here very clearly like this, you can keep on adding some topics. At the start, you just say act as an research expert, then it will be able to give you the better responses. So that's the point which I would request all of you that you should be having as a better idea. Okay, so hope you all got a clarity that how we should be able to go ahead and handle the different types of prompts which are actually said to be available with us. Okay, so these are the different techniques which are said to be present with us. Okay, so until and unless we are not aware of this, we cannot be able to move further. Okay, hope we are all clear with it. Any more questions from anyone with regards to this topic? With all the prompting techniques. So before I take you to the responsible AI, which you should know in the next 5 minutes. Okay, hope that you all got a clarity that how you can play around with different types of prompting techniques and the different scenarios, whatever I have explained to you. Sorry, the screen got disconnected. Okay, let me reshare it again. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to the responsible AI, which is the last topic for our day 5 session. So we today learned different prompting techniques by going through it practically and understood what are the different types of prompting techniques which are said to be present for all of us. So now I will explain to you the last part which is available here is understanding the responsible AI. Okay, so when you talk about the responsible AI, right? First of all, what is responsible AI means? See, when you say responsible AI, it says that whenever you are utilizing the AI, right, it should be very good enough. It's not something a biased system. Like for an example, in a recruitment system, okay, now what happens? Some AI systems which are used for hiring, right? They might favor one gender over another, which is unfair and biased. It can happen. Okay, so if your data is being trained with a lot of only particular gender, then it will only select them. So then there will come the gender bias. Okay, next one is image recognition system. An AI system which recognizes the images, right? It might not detect some types of images correctly, ignoring some important ones. Now, then in that case also, it is not an appropriate. And sometimes you may have a chatbot. A chatbot might accidentally generate or respond with some inappropriate or harmful language or a hateful language, which can actually harm the users. That is also not correct. And then another problem is citing the non-existing data. Sometimes a generative AI system might make up some facts. It can hallucinate. It can pick up some information on its own, even though it is not being present anywhere in the world, where it doesn't have a citation. And that can also be a problem. These problems are getting reduced. It's not like it is consistent. Okay, it is reducing as and when the models are getting generated. Today, you see, ChatGPT has moved up to like what we call 4.0 Omni model. That is their model right now. Copilot is also moving accordingly in the market appropriately. So, model by model, they are increasing the system more transparently. But somewhere or the other, these problems are still being there. Okay, like one is like if you train the data with a particular type of data only, then it will only be biased towards that data. In the same way for the image recognition system, if you see here, it is getting ignored with certain images. Just a minute. If you see here, right, recruitment system, if the data is biased towards one particular role, then it will only give the data towards that role. Image recognition system is sometimes it can ignore certain points in the images, which can create a problem. Chatbot means like it's like a hate text, okay, which will respond with some inappropriate or hateful language. GenAI is again meant for citing the non-existing data, like it might make up some facts or provide information which doesn't exist. Okay. See, this is something which the founders of the AI itself said. If you see, right, if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong. So you have to use it very carefully. Okay, in simple terms, AI is very smart, more capable, but it is important to be careful about how it is being implemented or used. Because it is not handled very responsibly, it will then definitely create some serious problems. Okay, do not try to misuse by adding some personal data or sensitive data which you should not share, right? You don't try to share all those type of things inside the system. So basically, we all want the responsible AI. Okay, what we want here is the responsible AI actually. Because responsible AI is about making sure AI systems are created and used in a very ethical and in a moral way. Okay, this is going to set up a framework for all of you where it will ensure that we are following all the respective human values and the norms of the society. Okay, it just cannot go ahead and work in whatever way it wants. It should be responsible, ensuring that it is able to give us all the relevant data by not moving into these areas, by providing hate text, by giving the data which is not at all existence, by showing some bias towards the data, or by ignoring some images. We don't want those type of data. If you don't want it, then you need a responsible AI, where it can always give you a better responses and you can always be able to see the results, whatever you want in a very effective manner. So that's the overall clarity which we all should be able to maintain here. Okay. As I said you, right, bias will always come like this only. Now you are training the model, you are training the GPT model or maybe the Copilot model with 1 million male resumes and only 500 female resumes. Then think how the model will work. Model is always going to work because majority is here, right? It will always give you that data. So while you are training the data only, you have to be very careful that you are making the model being trained with a very good data, not with a biased data. If you are training it with a biased data, it will also give you the responses in a very biased manner. So never try to give the data in a biased way. Just give everything equally. If you are giving 1 million male resumes, give 1 million female resumes also. Accordingly, a model will work and it will give you the best responses without having any bias associated to it. Okay, so we need the responsible AI. That is what is the need of the hour. Okay, so AI can sometimes make any unfair decisions that can favor only one group over another. So responsible AI will make sure that it is prevented. It will eliminate this one. Then privacy concerns. AI often uses a lot of personal data, but responsible AI will ensure that this data is protected and it is not misused by anyone. Then the legal consequences, as somebody mentioned yesterday. If AI systems break the law or if it violates the rights like GDPR, Global Data Protection Regulation, or data privacy protection in India, if they are trying to break the law or violate the rights, right, there can be serious legal problems. So responsible AI will ensure that all the legalities are taken into consideration and then the models are being generated to make sure that to avoid all these legality issues. And then loss of trust. Okay, so loss of trust here means if people feel that AI is unfair or unsafe or not working properly, they will stop trusting it. Okay, so responsible AI will help build and keep the people's trust in the AI systems appropriately. So these are the current problems. But what you need to do, if you have a responsible AI, it will eliminate all of these problems. Like as I mentioned, right? So AI sometimes can take unfair advantage or decisions where it can favor one group. Okay, so if you are adding the data which is more towards one particular group, then automatically it will work towards that group and will ignore the remaining group, which is not a good one. Privacy concerns, as there are a lot of personal data, everything should be protected and encrypted so that no end user can take away the data. Legal consequences. If AI system break the law or violate any rights, there can be serious problems. So they have to follow all the GDPR data privacy protection rules and make sure that they are being using appropriate. Loss of trust. If people feel that AI is unfair, unsafe, or if it is not working properly, they can stop trusting it. So responsible AI will ensure that you should not lose the people's trust when they are using the AI systems. So how can we implement the responsible AI? If you really want to go ahead and implement the responsible AI, right, then make sure that you bring ethical principles. Follow rules that make sure AI systems do the right thing and they are fair. Always provide a better data quality. Always always go ahead and use good balanced data to train your AI so that it doesn't make any biased or wrong decisions. And then transparency. Make sure people know that how AI systems work and how decisions are being made. And then you have consent and compliance. Get the permission from the people before using their data and follow all the laws and regulations appropriately. Keep checking your AI systems to make sure that they are working well and improve them if needed in terms of monitor and improve. And always make sure, right? Human in the loop means always ensure that humans are involved in all the important decisions made by AI so that you can make the things fair and secure. So if you follow all of these and if you incorporate them appropriately, you can at the end of the day achieve your responsible AI. Okay, so you can always try to ensure that these things are being implemented appropriately. Okay, try to follow all the rules which will make your AI system do the right thing. That is your ethical principles. Always use a balanced data, good data to train your AI models so that it doesn't have any biased or wrong decisions. Always ensure there is a good amount of transparency being maintained. Always make sure that there is you take the permission from the people before using their data and then you follow all the regulations appropriately. Keep checking all the AI systems to make sure that they are being working well and you can improve it if they are needed. And then you ensure that all the humans are involved in important decisions made by AI so that you can make all your things very safe and fair. So these are all the points we have to consider in order for us to implement the responsible AI. Okay, so these are the things which we should be able to take it into consideration. Okay, so with this, we are done with our entire 5 days of the generative AI and prompt engineering program. Hope that all of you have thoroughly enjoyed it. As I said you on day one, 5 days are not enough, but still we were able to go ahead, take those 5 days, and we learned as much as we can. We started with generative AI, then we learned what is AI, what is machine learning, what's a deep learning, and then we understood generative AI is a subset of the deep learning. Then we understood neural network. We have seen a demo of Microsoft Copilot. And then we were gradually able to move into prompt engineering, types of AI, narrow AI, super AI, and then AGI. And then we understood what are different types of results you can get from the Copilot, like checklist, table, CSV, right? JSON. And then we were able to get the data in the form of a checklist. All of those things we have seen. Then we understood what is a prompt engineering. What are the different types of things you have to consider when you write a prompt? And then what are different prompting techniques like no role and then the role prompting. And then we understood that perspective prompting, right? And then how you can maintain a tone. Like this, we have seen a lot of examples. And now we have completed the ethical aspects and how we can create a responsible AI. So all of these things we have covered in a wide variety of things we covered it. So I hope that you all have thoroughly enjoyed whatever I have discussed with all of you. Just you have to keep practicing this. Okay, so this is all very important information I have shared it to all of you. Hope that you all got to know. Hope you all understood different things, whatever I have explained to you. And thanks for all your patience and ensuring that you are coming for all the 5 days, sitting actively for the 2 hours, understanding everything. Like you are also trying to do practically with me and letting me know whatever you are trying to do. That's really a good job. So great. Okay, so great thing you have done in the last 5 days, and today being the last day, I would just like to say a big congratulations to all of you for completing till this milestone, because not everyone can make it up till here. Okay, not everyone can actually come up till the day 5 and complete everything. Only limited people will do it. And I know that who all have actually been able to go ahead and achieve, right? Great job to all of you. Keep practicing. Generative AI is in greater demand in the market. Keep practicing, keep learning so that it can make your life easier, and as well as others who are being beside you. Okay, even their life also will be easier, because when you know something excited, definitely you'll share with your colleagues, your friends, or the family. Even they will also get benefited with this technology. But one last point, use it wisely as a responsible AI. Okay, so thank you once again for all your active participation, everyone. Keep learning and make sure that you keep exploring this technology to the maximum extent and get the benefits out of it. Okay, all the best once again for all of you for your future learnings, and thank you once again. And I can just pass it over to XLR team right now.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, like, today is the last day for this session. So, from tomorrow, you don't be having the session. Okay, so the certificate you will be receiving in 1 week. Like, before 1 week, you will receive the, like, it's take almost 8 to 10 working days. So, for your registered mail ID, you will all get the certificate. Any more questions? You can just ask me in the chat. I have shared the attendance link once again on the chat. Kindly mark your attendance. If you're done with an attendance, you can drop the session. Thank you all.